Hey guys, GameB58774 here, and as you can see, the evolution of combat is finally live in just actual RuneScape. No more combat beta. So with it are a bunch of different things. I plan on making quite a few guides, as well as remaking Slayer guides as time goes on to say which builds and whatnot work best. I'm still testing it, so you can take a look at my current ability set and just kind of judge that for your own if you're kind of trying to figure out what you like. I've only killed like 5-6 neck reel with it, so I have nothing really planned out well. But I kind of wanted to talk about the first few generic things that have changed. First, I guess we'll start with function keys. Backpack's the same, no big deal. Also HP you'll see is in the thousands now. That's new. It's no longer in the hundreds, which they added a while ago. Now it's all in the thousands to counteract some abilities and make it a lot more intricate. So they also changed some objects, item looking things, mostly the weapons, to kind of make offhands look a little cooler. But if you go to equipment stats, you'll see this window is very different. If you look at the right hand side, it's still your character. You could click it to turn around, and all the different slots. It's not as pretty and laid out as it had before with like the head, arms, feet, and everything in a line. It's kind of just organized like this, how you can see. It still makes sense, of course. All the armor's on this side, and it's not really a big deal. If you take some stuff off, they have the different icons for what is behind it. So it's easy to figure out, nothing big there. But the big thing is all the left hand stuff. So we'll come back to this. Let's show you the last target is the combat tab. I'll show you what target you have. Right now I'm not targeting anything, but well, yeah, I don't want to deal with that. Right now, if you target something, it'll show it there, what their weakness to or what they're weak to. You don't really have to worry about that. That's more something you'll have to deal with in terms of PvP mostly and from your standpoint, but you should know if you're wearing melee armor you're going to be weak to magic. Combat level, I'm pretty sure, is just adding up your combat stats. There's nothing really new with that. When you click XP, here you can see no matter what weapon you're using, you can train anything you want. So right now I'm using a whip, but I could still train strength, which is very good, because before you have to kind of decide, use Saradomin sword for strength, whip for attack and defense and whatnot. So now with any weapon you can train whatever stats you want. Same goes with magic and range, even though those were the same before. So you could change that at any time, and you still have the controlled. And now I believe mobs won't be as weak to stab or crush bonuses. That will probably be just directly tied into equipment stats like we see here. So as we'll start from the top. There's the weapon stats, damage, accuracy, critical, type, and speed. One of the biggest things or the easiest to notice are the speed. Fastest, of course, that's pretty much the same as it's been before with the whole normal, fast, slow kind of things. If you take that off, it's still fast, I guess. Alright. Type, slashing with a whip, of course. So probably each weapon has its own kind of thing with it. I'm not too sure if it changes with other weapons, but for the most part, using the weapons is pretty much the same as it's always been. That hasn't really changed. There's critical bonus, which I'm honestly not 100% sure on how to increase it or how to change that or anything. I'm sure depending on the stats of the weapon. Either way, there are probably some abilities to increase that, or probably one of the attacks or strength skills will increase that, as well as damage and accuracy. Both, that's pretty obvious how much damage you deal and how accurate. Attributes, armor rating, that's just strictly based on your armor. Life bonus is how much health how much additional health, possibly. I'm not too sure about that. And as well prayer bonus, and it is life bonus, because if you see I take off these pieces, my health is in the green after a while once it resets, and then once I put it back on, it goes back to yellow. So it does increase max health, although I am pretty hesitant when I say that because I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. Prayer bonus, of course, prayer bonus, you know, the same as it was before. Now target, attacking and defending, I assume this deals with while you're fighting, possibly. Like I said before, I don't know too much intricacy with this, but with PVM, most of this is irrelevant. You don't really need to know any of the new stuff that happened. If you're used to this old system, it's pretty much the same thing. The only thing you have to deal with now is when you want to use offhand weapons and when you don't, and that'll probably be on a, you know, case-by-case basis depending on the Slayer assignment or what you plan on fighting. So besides that, it looks a lot more complicated. It seems more intricate. There's more to control, but in the end, it's honestly the same thing. So it looks a lot more intricate, but it's really not. It's pretty much the same as it's been before. All the other tabs, prayer looks a little better. One thing they changed is rapid renewal. It still says you buy it from Demonheim actually, but if you already bought it, you get refunded, or you were supposed to, at least that's what they claimed. They say you get it the same way as you would have gotten the other, or Piety, which you got from King's Ransom Quest, and you did that little thing up there. So it should be the same thing as rapid renewal. I assume they just haven't updated that yet, but they should. If not, then I'll be sad because I always want to use it. It's a nice health bonus. But expect Slayer videos definitely, and more intricate combat action bar kind of videos coming up. I'm very excited for the combat evolution, so hopefully you guys are too. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.